Hang on a second. Hey everyone. Alright, so I already put primer on this eye. You can already tell the difference because one, my veins aren't showing up as much. You can still see a vein popping through there, but it's not as predominant and screaming out as "Hello, here I am." And my lid just looks like it has a more matte tone to it. I already put primer on that eye and realized I hadn't hit record yet. So here we are. Those of you who don't know, I use Urban Decay Primer Potion. Have for years, before they even came out in the squeeze tubes. So I remember the original bottle that they came in and how we all used to cut them open and depot them, so to speak, to get more of the product out. I tend to do all of my eye makeup first just to avoid fallout on my foundation. And plus, I kind of like to cheat, I guess you could say, and use my foundation and concealer to kind of cover up or blend out any eye makeup mishaps I might have. This is my first time using anything from Pat McGrath, so I'm not sure of what the fallout is going to be like. And I'm using her Decadence palette, which is a lot of metals and shimmery tones. So I hate having my foundation look perfect or something, and then all of a sudden there's all this fallout on it from when I did my eye makeup, and then I feel like it defeated the purpose of me doing my foundation before my eye makeup. I did already do my brows too, because those take me for forever to do. And I figure I tried the whole getting a frame for your eyes before you do your eye makeup. And yes, I know my brows are uneven. I hate my brows. Alright, primer's on. I'm gonna start with, get my little cheat sheet of the color card that they have in the box. Lapis Luxury. I did already kind of swatch on my hand to see how the colors looked, how they all, so look at how shimmery those are. Ah. I did get the lip balm. Highly recommend it. My lips, the way how my lips are really chapped, and the way that this has helped keep them moisturized and help unchap them. My lips are always really dry though, so it's like if I don't have something on my lips, forget it. But anyways, I got this brush from iMats a very long time ago. Zoom in. It's from Royal and Langnickel, and they had a booth set up at iMats. It's like back in 2010 or 2009, one of those 2 years when I went. But it says it's the MD eye shader C411-S. I don't know if Royal and Langnickel still have this brush, if they still have the Silk Pro line, because that's what this one is from. So, but this is what it looks like if you guys want to find anything similar to it. So I'm going to start with Lapis Luxury. And I'm just kind of building up some color in the brush. I'm using the brush dry. I'm using the product dry right now. And this is going to be like my main lid color. This is going to be the feature color, I guess you could say, for the look. It's freaking gorgeous. And I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I do want to do something smoky and use just items from this palette. Should have started with my transition. I always forget to do that. I get so distracted on like the one color that's like, oh my god, you're so pretty, and then forget to actually start with where I need to start. Otherwise I would know how high to take this. It doesn't have to be perfectly rounded. I'm just trying to keep it perfectly rounded because I'm not sure where I want to blend it up to yet. So that's why you see me like nitpicking about where I'm placing it and how far up I'm going, and then like making sure there's no scraggly pieces on it or something. I don't know. Let me do my transition shade before I go any further. For my transition shade, it's not going to be from the Decadence palette. I've gotten another palette too. This one is the Mothership 4 Midnight Sun palette. Look at the freaking packaging. I am never one that keeps my boxes for any reason, nor am I one that buys things because the packaging looks nice. You do not go around wearing the packaging of the eyeshadow on your face. You do not go around wearing the packaging of the lipstick on your face. I've never understood that mentality. Like, why are you buying something specifically because of the piece of plastic that it's in when you don't wear that piece of plastic? So, sorry, moving my mic. So for the transition shade, I prefer to go matte toned on transition shades. So I'm gonna use this color right here. And according to the little thingy in here, it's Taboo. And the brush I'm using, it's IB119 Deluxe Crease. This is an old brush from Crown Brushes. It's another one I bought back at IMATS years ago, that became one of my favorites years ago that I still use to this day. My eye tickles. Alright, this isn't really a transition color because it's a lot darker than I thought it was. That's why we blend. This is why we blend. Blend, 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 blend. And like I'm not picking up any more additional color just because I feel like I already have enough color on my lid as is for the transition color. So I'm not picking up any more color. I am just moving around what I've already placed on my lid. Using circular motions. And I'm kind of blending into the bridge of my nose here. And then that's gonna be the last we're gonna see from that palette for this video. Back to the Decadence palette. The next color I'm gonna place is Blue Blood. And I'm gonna use the same brush that I applied and blended my transition shade with. I'm just gonna use that. Place it in the outer corner out here. And that I'm doing this, I might end up switching brushes. Yeah, let me switch brushes. So this brush, sorry, I apparently like a lot of my brushes that I got from IMATS years ago. But this brush is another Crown Royal brush. It's a double-sided brush, so it has a fluffy brush here that also is very dense. It picks up a lot of, if you know, and then it's very good in its application in that manner, complete with sound effects too. And then on the other side, it just has a pencil brush or a smudger brush. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Alright, so I applied it to my outer, I guess third, and then I'm just kind of winging it out. And then I have a towel that's down on my lap, so when I feel like I don't want to use any more product that might be on the brush, or if I want to wipe off any powder or any excess product, I'll just, wipe it down on my towel that's on my lap, and then bring the brush back up and continue playing with the lick. Okay, yeah, I am going to pull the blue up a bit more. Back to the other IMATS brush that I got, the Royal and Langnickel one, the first one that I used to apply the blue. Oh, God, yes. Yes. Color. I don't know if the camera's picking up. I don't... I can see the camera kind of picking up the sparkles and whatnot, but I don't feel like it's doing it justice. Hang on a second. Alright, sorry. I'm home by myself right now, and there were weird sounds that were coming out from like around the outside of the house, and or sounded like the outside of the house, so I had to go check it out real quick. Cause, huh? Anyways, yeah. Back to blending. Back to blending this blue. Now I'm gonna take the fluffy brush I had before that I used for my transition shade. Is this the one I want to use? No. This one is from Crown. It's the IB110 mini smudger brush. I know for a fact they don't have the Italian Badger line anymore. So I'm not sure where you can get a brush that's like this anymore. So next color I'm going to use now is going to be, what is this one? Inferno. Inferno? Is that the color I put in? I did a little sample or something on my eye or on my hand of what I wanted to have come across on my eye. And I'm just kind of placing this above where I stopped my placement of the blue color, the Lapis Luxury. And it's just pretty much going over my transition shade. You can kind of see it there. And we're going to blend some more of this color in. What was this one? Blue Blood? Yeah. Blue Blood in. We're going to blend some more of that one in too. I just kind of wanted to get a lighter shimmery base down first. And then we could build the darker shimmery tone on top of that. See how it goes. This is kind of outside of my comfort zone. At least my comfort zone as it's been during my 30s. I stopped wearing a lot of shimmery shades in my crease, what I define as my crease area, just because I feel like the shimmer defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do with creating depth in my eye area. Because I don't have depth, I have lid. I have hooded eyes, so I just have lid. I grabbed a bit of blue blood now too to start blending it in between the two colors, between the lighter shimmery shade I just put on and Lapis Luxury. What was the lighter shimmery shade? Inferno. Okay. Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the brush that comes in the Soft Glam and the Modern Renaissance palettes. So if you have either of those, it's that brush. I'm using the not fluffy side, the denser side that you kind of use to pack on color, pick up a lot of color and pack it on. I'm not really going to pick up a lot of color, but I do want to make sure it just kind of gets packed into one area. And the color I picked up is Divine Mink. This color right here. Divine Mink. And I'm kind of applying it between Lapis Lazuli, Lapis Luxury and Blue Blood, which was that brownish blue color. I'm gonna use this color to kind of help create my depth in my eye area. Basically anywhere where I want to fake fake having a sort of crease. I'm not too sure about this look. Alright, let's try blending some of this a bit now. So one of the things I feel like has kind of cracked me up when I've been wanting to get Pat McGrath palettes for a couple years now. A long time. But I just put it off because it was a lot of money to invest in. But at the same time, I'd also justified it in my own head too. And this is something that I think a lot of maybe OGs kind of forget about. Back in the day, hang on, let me zoom out. Back in the day, we were buying, hang on. Okay, here it is. Hang on, I found it. I dropped it. Back in the day, when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but in 2010, we were buying MAC eyeshadows, single eyeshadows, for $12.50. $12.50 for a single pot. Just a single one of these things. Yes, Alexander McQueen collection. Yes, I still have it. Yes, it's still in its pot. I still have other eyeshadows too that haven't even been unboxed. They were just extras that I bought to have. But anyways, you'd pay $12.50 for these. If you were having a good treat yourself day and walked out of MAC with 10 eyeshadows, you've already spent the $125 that you would have spent to get this palette. So you kind of think about it in that perspective, it becomes a lot easier to buy something high end when you think that it was something you used to do on the regular 10 years ago. Now, granted, today would be a kind of a difficult or a much different scenario. You're not just gonna go out and drop all of this money in with what's going on with the world today. For me, it was kind of more so one of those, well, you know what? It's now or never. That's a great way to save your money, Fran. Let's go for the bottom lash line now. Go with the Lapis Luxury that I was about to call Lapis Lazuli again. And I'm pretty sure I'm not pronouncing it correctly, so feel free to let me know in the comments. And if I am pronouncing it correctly, also feel free to let me know in the comments. Yay! Let's do some positive reinforcement. And the same thing that we kind of did up here, we're just gonna kind of do out here. The first color I'm putting on right now is the Blue Blood on the outer third of my lower lash line. I'm not gonna go much further in than in between 1/3 and the middle of my lash line, because I don't want to muddy up the blue too much. Like again, I want the blue to be the highlight of the look, I guess, or the focal point of the look. I don't know why I'm so froggy today. Probably because I wanted to record a video. And then now I'm taking Mink Divine And I'm going less further in with Mink Divine. All right. Again, I'm going to take the dense side of the ABH brush and just kind of blend out, sweep out, and then blend where all the colors meet, making sure to not go too far over the blue. Because again, for me personally, I really want this blue to be the thing that pops. So her sharpeners, or her pencils come with a sharpener. And the funny thing is, like, I got this in yesterday and never opened it up because I'm like, oh, okay, cool, that's the eyeliner. I'll check it out when I, go to record my first video. So I haven't even used it yet. But then I watched Robert Welsh's video last night that he just put up a couple days ago, I think, where he did a full face of Pat McGrath. And he like mentioned that about it coming with the sharpener. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I got that to look forward to. And then I'm just gonna water on my water line, or line on my water line. I do remember Robert Welsh saying that, wow, this does really go on really easy on your water line. But he did say that he's prone to his water line going patchy, and I am as well, especially when I line my top water line because it tickles and makes my eyes water. And then we're also gonna line the top of the water line. I want to see how well this smokes out though, so I'm just gonna very lightly and thinly line along my top water line, and then I'm gonna smudge it out. See how this bad boy really smudges compared to one of my other favorite smudgy eyeliners. Not bad. My other favorite smudgy eyeliner for reference is MAC Smolder Eye Kohl. Yeah. And then we just apply a little bit of eyeliner. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but I just went like a little centimeters worth in on my eye, and then I'm gonna smudge that through about halfway through my lash line. This is so glittery for me. Or not glittery, but sparkly. But in like, it's like a good sparkle, but at the same time, for me, it's like, whoa. I haven't worn this much sparkle in a long time. Okay. Foundation. I'm gonna go put it on, and Burbs will finish up the eyes. Okay. And my setting powder, I'm just gonna do it everywhere where I know I'm not gonna place other powder. Setting powder right now. For right now, I'm just going to place it underneath my eye area, basically where I put the color corrector, to kind of help minimize creasing. That is a bit much. I like to pat it down, just to kind of make sure it's really it's sitting well on my skin. That, and because I usually do get a little bit of creasing after I apply it. Just because, you know, I'm at that age. I'm gonna apply Enigma from Decadence as my highlight. And then we will do now an inner corner highlight. And this is Starling. So I'm applying it to my inner corner and then going in on my lower lid around my tear duct. Just into my tear duct, and then I'm just blending it in on the upper lid just a little bit in the very inner corner. Blend, blend, blend. Blend it a little out this way. Yeet. You think, should I put a little bit of the... Oh, we're gonna chance it. Just a little bit. Just a little, just a dab of you. Mm-hmm. This is so outside of... Oh, excuse me. Like, I know I keep saying that, but it really is. But in a fun way. In a fun way, it's outside of my comfort zone. So... Oh, for highlight, I also splurged and got... I basically got the skin finish kit, so that's why I have the lip balm too. Because the lip balm also comes with the balm and highlight duo. So maybe I'll put this, maybe I'll try this. I don't know. I don't want it to clash though because it's golden. I think it might clash. So I did play with this a little last night because I was very intrigued by it. It's the first kind of product I've had of this kind. So I was just kind of like, I don't know what to do with it. Let me see. Okay, so I have it on my fingers. I'm gonna apply it on the top of my cheekbone. It's kind of weird because it's like I was expecting it to have a sticky, oh, that's nice. It's like a very nice, like a natural sort of highlight. But look at how gorgeous these are. Like, camera seriously does them no justice. I even showed them to my fiance when he asked to see what I got, and even he, like, when I opened these up and showed it to him, he was like, oh, oh wow, those are pretty. Alright, then I have the little brush that it came with too. Wow, that is so subtle. It looks so subtle in person. But at the same time, the camera the lighting like picks it up on the camera so vividly. But in person, it's like my reflection in the mirror, it looks like you can see, you know, a glow, but that's it. It's like it's just a glow. And now I'm sad because my pretty highlighter thing is all messy now. It no longer has the new pretty, never been touched look to it. I'm gonna go with my Tarte blush matte-ish blush that I got as a sample and I'm still using because why the frick not? That's not it. That's not the blush. Well, I might as well pull you. I'm gonna use you next. It's the Pat McGrath mascara that I bought. Okay. Blush going on. Mascara. McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara. Let me make some room here. I'm one of those that likes the mirror close up when I do this. It's a thicker brush. I personally am a fan of thicker brushes because my eyes are bigger. So to me, it's like more coverage area, more surface area. Like Dior Show. When Dior Show came out back in the day, I loved the brush that was on that mascara wand that came with the Dior Show eyeshadow. Or mascara. I don't even know if it's the same because it's been so long since I've used it, but it has a perfumey smell to it. I'm not just weird and smell all my mascaras. Okay. It's okay. Maybe a second coat might actually help. I'm used to mascaras making my lashes a bit thicker and longer. I almost kind of feel like this one's really just coating my lashes, which isn't bad. But when you're used to mascaras that are always hyping false lashes, false look, blah blah blah, absolute falsies. I don't know. I guess I just kind of expected a little bit more on the first coat, given that other mascaras that, although, you know what, this eye does look better than the other one, which is usually the case. One of my eyes, one of the eyelashes on my eyes looks way more messed up than my other eye. And I don't know why. I've never known why. Like one of my eyes, the eyelashes, is a bit more sparsely populated than my other ones. So, okay. I guess I take it back. Mascara's not that bad. I just started with the wrong eye first. And you know what? By the second coat, it builds up pretty nicely. Okay. I'm happy. Guys, my waterline isn't splotchy. You see this? It is not splotchy one way through. It's faded a little bit. You know, that's to be expected. It's faded a little bit, but it is not splotchy. That's crazy. That is crazy for me. Because even Smolder, for as dark and as black as it is, and as much as I love it for how it can smoke out, using it on my waterline is pretty, I don't know, I want to say is relatively stupid because it just fades off of my waterline so quickly. But you know what? Yeah, I think I really like this mascara. Will it be my daily one? I don't know. Alright, lips. I did get lip stuff from her line. Like, I got the balm, which came with the face kit stuff, but I didn't get any lipsticks or lip liners because the colors that I wanted were all sold out. Everybody else loves nude shades too on their lips. However, I did get a couple of these. Okay. I love the aesthetic of it, but at the same time, I feel like it's so wasteful with all of these sequins in it. Part of me feels like I need to save these sequins to create some sort of look or something with them, because otherwise I'm just throwing them away. What am I supposed to do with that? Let's go with the mini lust. We don't want the opulus. That might be a little bit too much glitter and shine and everything. And I'm just going to go with a nude-ish color. Sunset Rose. So in the Sunset Seduction Trio, Sunset Rose is the middle color between the lightest one and the darkest one that come in the trio. Any of you are curious. And I'm just going to apply this by itself, because that's how I roll. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So this is it. This is me playing with my new palette and some new Pat McGrath stuff I got. Yay. I have a bobby pin in my head. Okay. Ow. Oh, I pulled something in my shoulder and it hurts. It hurts for me to, like, I don't know. Certain moves hurt, okay? I hope you guys like it, or at least, enjoyed watching the video and watching me play with makeup. Even if you don't like the look, I can definitely see me redoing this, but using the matte shades that are from the other palette that I have along with this blue. I do have some other Pat McGrath items that I got. Like I said, I have been waiting for years to finally bite the bullet and buy some Pat McGrath stuff, so I did. The Decadence palette was one of the things I got. The other palette I showed in this video quick was the Midnight Sun, Mothership 6. Mother has a new follower. But yes, I got this palette, I got that palette. I also got the quad trio that you can buy. Got all those. So expect to see some more looks from the Pat McGrath line. I still have a bunch of Sydney eyeshadows, Sydney Grace eyeshadows that I haven't even played with, let alone done videos for them. So I have my fill put out for me in just playing with makeup in general. So yeah, if you guys missed my last video, I am streaming on Twitch. Come follow me. I'm looking to do a get ready. Sorry, I think that I saw a mosquito flying around, and I hate mosquitoes because they love me. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all of that sort of stuff. Leave me a comment below if you enjoyed this video. Please, really do, because when I don't get any feedback back, I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if my videos are actually being enjoyed, because then at that point I really only have the analytics to go off of on YouTube, and I try to not do that because YouTube analytics can be very harsh and depressing, and they're just numbers, and I don't want to just think of you guys as just numbers. So yeah, let me comment below, and I don't know. That's all. Okay. Thanks. Bye. I guess when it comes to makeup, I've come to realize that my technique has always been a messier technique that cleans up well. If that makes any sense. Like, I know how to just get it on and blend it in. And while it might not look the prettiest while it's happening, the end result at least comes together, I think. I like to think.